Hey guys, it's your girl again with another video. Today's video I'm gonna be making a socks for my daughter's birthday, and you guys can see I had the Barbie theme. I got the Barbie theme for her going on, so I got her shirt made, I got her tutu made, I got her cape made, I got her shoes made, and I'm going to, you guys should check out the video on these shoes and also the tutu as well and the cape as well. Check out the videos. I'm gonna put the link in the description box. So I'm gonna make the socks now. I want her socks to be very fluffy, very fluffy, but I am going back and forth between two ribbons that I have been going back on that I would love to use, but this ribbon don't seem like I have a lot, so that's the reason why I'm going back and forth on my decision. I may decide to just use this ribbon, but I was gonna combine these two ribbons together, but the dark one is not enough. It may not be enough for me, but I'm gonna measure it. I want each of the colors to be 4 yards. This is not gonna be up to 4 yards, I already know, because I want each fit to be 4 yards of tulle. So that will bring that means I will need 4 yards of each of ribbon. So basically 2 yards of this, 2 yards of this, and that means 4 yards of this, 4 yards of this. So I'm gonna split it 2 yards each for each feet. Does that make any sense? Am I making any sense? So when I get 2 yards of this, 2 yards of this, it's gonna be 4 yards for each leg. So I am gonna check if this here is up to 4 yards. If it's not up to 4 yards, then I'm not gonna be able to use that. So my design is gonna change if I don't have enough. So I'm looking for my tape. If I can find it, I found it. So now I am gonna measure this ribbon. I don't have this size of ribbon left, so that's my struggles. So that's the reason why I and I don't have that much time to place any order. I just gotta use what I got. So I don't think I have enough, but let me measure to be sure before I start anything. So 36 inches make 1 yard. I got one here.
Well, you have a lot, Barbie.
Okay. I got 2 yards. Oh, I need 4, please. I got 3 yards. I need 4. If I can get 4 out of this, then I got what I want.
You can move it. You can move it.
It's almost 4. I think I can do with it. Yep, it's almost 4. Let's see.
That was all.
So I got 3 yards and 29 inches. So that's almost, I am like 7 inches away from 1 yard. So I will use it. That's not bad at all. So what I am going to do is I am gonna start working on them right now. So for this one, I might as well just measure 4 yards and get it over with. So I want to mix the colors. At first I was gonna use glitter, but this is something I want to have in my store, and I don't want a situation whereby I'm gonna be, oh, my lighting is way better now. I don't want a situation whereby I'm gonna be spending a lot of money on the ribbons, because the glitter ribbons is not cheap. So I'd rather go this route that is gonna be cheaper for me, so I can, not cheaper per se, but you know, I can have more profit margin basically. So like I told you guys, I always try to make sure it's something that is reasonable for me and for my business, because I know I'm doing this for my daughter, but I'm gonna post it on my website. So I want to make sure that it's something that, you know, website or store, Etsy store, I want to make sure that it's something that I can afford going forward, because when you're in business, you want to make sure you have enough profit margin. You don't want to be doing business and not have enough profit margin, because you want to be able to have enough to cover up any expense. All right, so this is gonna be my 4th yard. So yeah, I want this to be really, so I'm gonna add the inches that was missing from that one. That's 7 more inches, so it's okay. All right, so I got it. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one. Perfect. So I am gonna go ahead and start working on them. But one thing I want to do first of all is this is the material I'm using. This is from my leftover, so I always use my leftovers for my my ruffles. So I'm gonna go ahead and arrange it. I may have to go downstairs to get more material, because that's what I cut, so I should have like leftovers. So I do save all my scraps for project like this, because I don't have to spend money on material. So I am gonna measure this to see how much I have here, how much the width is on this. So this is 4.5 inches wide. So we're gonna fold this. This is 2 pieces in my hand. When we fold it, it's gonna turn into like 2 inches long or wide or long, whatever you want to call this. This is long, this is wide. Okay, wide. So I am going to go ahead and start working on this here, and I will start with this light ribbon and cut this here, and I'm gonna use my lighter. So now I am gonna just go ahead. I folded this into 2. Remember, I already have 2 pieces. I just folded it into 2, and now I'm gonna attach my ribbon.
Mommy,
so
here's a lighter.
Oh, thank you, baby.
Welcome.
Appreciate it. My daughter found my lighter for me, but I'm gonna use it when I'm done with this. So thank God she found it. Thank you, love.
You're welcome.
So now I'm gonna go ahead and start sewing this, because I want my daughter's outfit to be complete. I'm gonna start sewing. Lock this stitch. While I'm sewing, I just make sure I arrange this as I go, because I want to make sure everything is laying flat and aligned correctly. I know I had done like videos on how to make tutu socks, but that wasn't, I guess that wasn't as detailed as I like it to be. So y'all can just get into, if y'all don't want to do like sewing tutu, y'all can just be sewing socks and making the shoes to go with it. That's another niche, still in the birthday niche, but you're specialized in making shoes and socks. That's just an idea. I'm just throwing out stuff for y'all, the cheapest way, not cheapest, but it's more affordable, and it goes, you do it faster, not time consuming like tutu is. So Also, I'm gonna cut this into two and another two again. But I'm gonna go ahead and cut this into 2 equal halves. So I am gonna do the other color off of camera, come back and show you guys my final look or final sew. So lighter time. So before I get into that one, I want to make sure I cut all this extra. That's what I'm gonna do on the other one as well, so it's not poking out. Alright, so these ones are clean. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do the other one, and I'm gonna use this lighter tool for it. So it's gonna be this lighter tool on this darker one. So I'm gonna do that off of camera, and you guys already know the process. Y'all already know all you need to do is to fold this into 2 equal halves. You have 2 pieces here, fold it into 2 equal halves, and just sew your ribbon on it, and that is gonna create your channel to put your band on it. So I'm gonna do this off of camera. Like I told you guys, come back and show you guys the final look of it. So I'm done with that. So now I'm just going to go ahead and split this into 2 equal halves. Just saying the red everywhere. 2 equal halves for right and left legs. So there we go. Seal this up. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut this into 2 as well, because I want it to be 2 colors each on each leg, if that make any sense. So this one, and I'll go for this one here. I'm gonna seal the ends, don't you worry. So this 4 pieces for 1 socks or ruffle, and this other one is gonna be the same thing as well. I'm going to go ahead and cut this into 2 equal halves as well. So I have 4 pieces for 1 leg and 4 pieces for the other leg. So now I am gonna go ahead and add them, attach each of them together so it can be a straight line, straight 1 piece ruffle. Then I'm gonna put the band. So basically you go like this and start adding them up, sewing them up, not adding them up. So I'm gonna sew just the ribbon part. I'm not gonna sew the tulle because that's where our channel is. I'm just gonna sew all the way to this end here, stop here, and lock it up. So that's what I'm gonna do. So from this end here to this end, and stop right here and lock it up. So that's what I'm gonna do. Alright guys, I am done with the both of them, so I'm ready to start putting their band. And I took my daughter's leg measurement, and it's going to be for 5 inches, and I'm gonna make it 5.5 so that I can use that ½ inch for sewing allowance. So I'm gonna do it for the both of them. I am going to go ahead and use my what they call it now to take it off, to pass it through. What am I saying? I'm not thinking right now because I'm thinking about all the stuff I gotta do today, because their party is tomorrow. My son and my daughter's party is tomorrow. Go check on your brother, Tamaya.
Okay. His food.
Do you on his iPad for him? Is he on his chair table?
Yes.
Okay. Did you on his iPad for him?
No, I just checked on him.
Okay. Can you on his iPad for me, please?
Sure.
Thank you. So I just use this to hold it, and I fold this into, you know, fold it so I can pass it through, because it's so tiny. So I'm gonna pass this through. This is a lot. 4 yards on each leg. It is a lot. It's my first time doing 4 yards. It's my daughter's birthday, so if I'm gonna do it, I'm gonna go in and make sure she's looking fly. It's my daughter we're talking about here, so I'm excited. So I want it to be really fluffy, like super fluffy. Just want to make sure you pass it through the right hole. That's the major thing with this. You want to make sure you have it in the right hole, otherwise you have to start all over again. So just an FYI. Alright, this one is done. This is really full, y'all. Make sure it goes in the right direction when you sew it, because you don't want it to be all rough. Ooh, this is full. So I'm gonna make sure I have it in the right direction first of all before I sew it, because it can be all twisted if you don't do it the right way. So after twisting it around to make sure everything is going in the same direction, this is how it's looking. Trying to make sure you guys can see it. So now I'm gonna go ahead and sew this up, and sew the band and sew this here, and get on the next one off of camera and come back and show you guys the final result. So when sewing this, I do use the zigzag stitches for the band, but this band is so little, I don't think I'm gonna use the zigzag stitches. I'm not gonna use zigzag stitches on this one because it's so little. You see how little it is? So I am just gonna, at first when I was doing these socks, I usually tie it up, but it usually come off, so I don't advise you tie it up. You just hold it like this. It's so tiny, and set it this way. You guys cannot see me, I know, but just try to sew it however you can. Kind of lost it in my hand. Okay, just use a pin to hold it so it can come, so I can sew it properly, so y'all can see my pin. So I pull the pin with the 2 ends on here. This side you guys cannot see it, but that's the best way I can show you guys. Sorry. Backward stitches. So that's how I get this part done. Y'all can see it. Just be going backwards, stitches forward, back, forward, you know, until it's done. So I'm gonna take this off and cut this off and use my lighter just to seal it. I just like to seal whatever I know I can seal. So now I'm gonna go ahead and sew this part here, and this is gonna be done, and I'll work on the next one. So go ahead and sew this one. Dang, the one thing I hate is to lose my thread. Do y'all agree with me? Most people that use sewing machine don't like this part, that you just lose your thread when you are like in the motion, when you're really into what you're doing. You don't want to have to deal with thread. So I'm gonna do backward stitches because I already forward. No, forward stitch. Hey, love. You eating your pizza? Good. I'm happy you're eating your pizza. Alright guys, so this is how it came out. This is how fluffy it is. I love it. And I just wanted to come here and show you guys. If you guys like this, let me know in the comment section if it's something you're gonna try. Let's put on the side so you guys can see how fluffy it is. So I think going forward I'm gonna reduce it to 3 yards rather than 4 yards because it's so fluffy. No full space for me to like arrange it in a way where I love it to look. I want it to look certain way, but I want it to be all like folded this way, not folded but arranged that way. But it's so fluffy that it can't help itself. So 3 yards each leg is what I advise you guys. If you guys like this, let me know in the comment section. Give me thumbs up so I know you guys like it, and do not forget to share this video. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. As always, stay positive, work hard, and let's make it happen, y'all. It's 2024. Bye bye.